Listen, part 2 of Genshin Impact 4.2 expansion is just around the corner. That's right, we are literally just like a day or two away as of this recording. And I gotta say, it's kind of difficult for me to really say if this is worth the summons, because we know what's coming in 4.3. We know that Navia and, you know, the fire rifle polearm girl is like right around the corner as well. But of course, these banners right here that are coming out in part 2 are actually pretty tough to say no to, and then we're gonna get into that. So before we get into it, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below, hit that notification bell to be notified of when the next Genshin Impact video comes out, and of course leave a comment. Would love to hear you guys' opinion. Guys, we always talk about it, gamer subs. Look at this wonderful bottle right here, and we get so many different waifu cups. Hold on, wait, let me do it. Right there. All the waifu cups that you could ask for on one fantastic site known as Gamer Subs. Make sure to use code TYSER for 10% off. But of course, without any further delay, let's go ahead and get right into today's video. The Cyno and Ayato banner details have been live for a while, actually. They actually released this just before Thanksgiving, and so we've had a lot of time to kind of stew over this. You've already seen my build guides, or unless you're new to the channel, in which case, welcome. Hopefully you like this content. But we did talk about Ayato and we did talk about Cyno, but of course, every banner has to be evaluated on not just the 5 stars, but of course the 4 stars. So let's go ahead and dive into first Xiangling. Xiangling being the oldest unit out of all 4, or actually all 5, sorry, of these characters. Now, Xiangling has been a staple when it comes to, well, not, I wouldn't even say like staple, but she's been a very, very good 4-star to use in melt combo teams, or just as a pyro sub DPS or off-field DPS, however you want to call it. And there's a reason for it. Her ability to proc pyro damage is just really, really good, and she's shown that she could be utilized still, even in today's meta. I've seen people use Xiangling and do perfectly fine, if not amazing. So Xiangling is definitely one of those characters that I think a lot of people currently in today's meta sleep on, because of all the different stuff that we've gotten with Electro and Dendro, or, you know, like some other 4 stars that we've gotten that have been pretty crazy, or even 5 stars in general. I would definitely say that Xiangling deserves a place to be considered one of those good characters, but there are some things with it. Now, Xiangling, I believe still right now you could get her for free by reaching rank is it rank 14 or rank 16? I can't remember. I may be wrong on that, because it's been a while since I started a new account. I might have to start a new account to really like kind of go into this stuff, but who knows. But Xiangling at one point at the very least was free to play, so if you have been playing for a long time, you probably already have a Xiangling in your account, which is not a bad thing. Constellations for Xiangling are really, really good and very much worth it. However, Xiangling being the oldest character in the game, or not the oldest, but one of the oldest characters in the game, you probably pulled her a couple times already, so pulling her here is not going to be much of a help for you. So kind of a down in the sense of the ability to pull her, but if you're a new player and have not pulled a Xiangling, you're missing out. Let's go ahead and talk about one of the more recent 4 stars to come out, and one of the best 4 stars right now, Qingque Shinobu. Now, I will tell you guys this, for people who are new to the channel or haven't been watching me for a long time. I used to not like Qingque Shinobu, not because of her look. She's very, very stunning to look at. However, the problem that I used to have with Qingque Shinobu was all to me that she could do was proc Electro, or really like help out with, you know, elemental infusion when it came to Electro. However, with the introduction to Dendro, right, she has become a top tier unit, and it's because of her Electro application alongside Dendro that has made her so good. She has become one of my favorite characters to utilize within an aggravate team, and that's saying something. She's just so dang good with the Electro combo of them and Dendro, or however you want to say it. That is just, it's a no-brainer. If you pull a Qingque Shinobu, you should be building her. Plus, she's got the ability to heal the characters, and the heal lasts for a long time. I'll just say that right now. The heal lasts for a long time, and it also does Electro application, which is great. If you build her with energy recharge and healing and all that good stuff, she's gonna do really, really well. So she's a plus, and she doesn't come onto banners that often, to be honest. I haven't really seen her on too many banners because we have so many of the older characters that get rerun that it's tough to see her on a banner. So definitely a plus to see her there. Now let's talk about Kirara. Personally, my Kirara sucks. I'm gonna tell you that right now, but the stuff that I've seen people do with Kirara is insane. Her damage output is actually able to do a good, decent amount, and the abilities that she has in general work really, really well. Her Dendro application is nice. The fun thing about her is that you could go up side of mountains as a car. Yes, I'm telling you right now. If you want to be able to climb mountains as a cat car or a cat box, get Kirara. But Kirara is really good. I don't really have much to say because I feel like as though I need to rebuild her and redo a build guide, which I will. I will be going through all the 4 stars now that we've had updates, and probably add them as other videos because I do think that we need to update the build guides that I used to have on these characters. And Kirara is no exception because Kirara has changed a little bit, just a little bit. But she is still very, very good. I watch people use Kirara. I see what they're able to do with her. I may not be able to pull it off like them, but I will tell you this, she's good. Now let's go ahead and talk about the 5 stars really quick. Now, Ayato. Ayato is outshined by Nouvellette. Let's just get it out the way. It's the truth. Ayato outshined Child, and then Nouvellette outshined Ayato, to be perfectly honest. Like, let's be real. If I had to choose between Ayato, Child, I choose Ayato. But if I had to choose between Nouvellette, Child, and Ayato, I choose Nouvellette. Nouvellette is just the best of the Hydro DPSs, and it's by a long shot. No offense to anybody who stands Child or Ayato. It's just facts. It's just the damage output is there with what Nouvellette can do. Now, if you disagree with me, honestly, that's fine. But it's truly built up to show that Nouvellette really just outpaces them. And if you did not pull Nouvellette in the past patch, I just say wait for Nouvellette to come out, and then you don't have to worry about pulling for Ayato. Now, are there other DPSs of other elements that actually do a lot better than Ayato as well? Absolutely. Hu Tao, I think, outperforms Ayato very easily. Even some sub DPSs I feel have outpaced Ayato in some cases, like my Himeko outpaces Ayato, but that may not be the same for everybody. But ranking Himeko and Ayato is like 2 different things. So I can't really say like, yeah, go for Himeko over Ayato because you're looking at an off-field DPS compared to an on-field DPS. But I feel as though Ayato is still really, really good. I did a build guide and he still holds up today. Just because Nouvellette outclasses him like amazingly doesn't mean that Ayato can't push out some damage. He really can. It's just that Nouvellette can do more damage. That's just how it is. It's not to be mean, but it's the truth. But I would definitely say Ayato is kind of a bummer now because he's so cool. He drinks boba tea. I'm a boba tea guy. I like me and Ayato. He used to be like one of my favorites, but now he's faded into obscurity only because of the fact that I like using Nouvellette now. It's literally just the Woody and the Buzz Lightyear thing where it's like, I don't want to play with you anymore, Woody, because I got Buzz Lightyear. That's just how it is. Now let's get into Cyno. Cyno is a weird one because Electro was for a while one of the bad elements. Now with the additions of Raiden Shogun, Himeko, and the further buffs that we've been getting with Fischl to make her godly, it's steadily gone up. Cyno came in around a time when we did get the Dendro element and we were starting to see the combinations between Dendro and Electro. When I built my Cyno before, I built him with EM, which isn't a bad idea, but there are plenty of ways to go around actually like building him as a proper DPS and just going for those EM stats. He's good. Cyno's good. I think he's decent, especially if you know how to utilize the skill in the burst. Like when you go into burst, you get a little sigil that comes up, and if you hit your skill when that sigil's up, you do more damage. And then you get your skill back up after 2 seconds, then you can do it again. And then 2 seconds, you can do it again while you're in the burst. He's a very peculiar DPS in that regard because it's ongoing, but also it's dependent on you on what damage you want to do. I think Cyno's good. He's not my favorite DPS, but of course I also love Kagi, or as you may know him is Sayu VTuber, aka Alejandro Saab, one of my favorite voice actors. Hopefully I get to meet him one day, but I would say if you're a fan of Alejandro Saab and you're a fan of Electro DPSs, definitely run Cyno, go for Cyno. In regards to running an aggravate team, I think that he's fantastic, especially as that DPS. If you're not running an Alhaitham with official, you could run a Cyno with a Dendro user. Like if you summon for Baiju, that's a great, you know, Dendro applicator. Or if you have a Yao Yao, if you have a Kale, if you have a Kirara, it works. You have ways to get that Dendro application to get that aggravate going. Should you summon for Ayato? No, definitely not. As good as the 4-stars are, I think Ayato got outclassed in the previous update. So if you pulled Novelette, you don't need Ayato. If you haven't pulled Novelette and you see Ayato, wait until Novelette comes out. That's just me. It's not to say Ayato is bad. Ayato is good, but he's not great anymore. So he can still work, but I digress. I don't think you should summon for Ayato. There's no need for it. Should you summon for Cyno? With Clorand around the corner as a possible, not saying it's gonna happen, with Clorand as a possible main DPS, I might say skip. I might say that these banners are skips. Not because of the 4-stars. The 4-stars are absolutely great. You have a great off-field Pyro DPS character in Zhengling. You have a great Electro Applicator healer with Kuki Shinobu. And you have a great damage dealer and fun character in Kirara. That's great 4-stars. The problem is the 5-star is not worth it. You might be putting in and you might get an early 5-star, and it could be bad for you because then it's like, okay, I pulled a Cyno, I pulled an Ayato. Now with 4.3 coming along and I have a chance at Navia, well, you know, there goes your 50-50. Or you could be like, okay, I pulled Cyno, but I really wanted Clorand, and when Clorand comes out, now you're like, okay, I saved all this. Now I'm gonna have a hard time because I might lose my 50-50. So that's just me. That's how I personally feel, but let me know in the comments down below. Do you think that you should be summoning for Ayato or Cyno? Do the 4-stars matter the most out of this and that you should summon for the 4-stars, or should you wait? But that's going to be my opinion, is that you should wait until Novelette comes back if you want a Hydro DPS, or for Clorand, because we don't know what's going to happen with her. And y'all, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Of course, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to entertain you. We will be back again with another Genshin Impact video very, very soon. And y'all, I just need to add this. I finally was able to apply for YouTube Partner. So for all of you watching this right now, pray for me. If you're not a prayer, you know, send me good vibes. Get that spirit bomb out there. Oh, get the spirit bomb of hype and good luck, because we are this close to becoming, oh, whoopsie. But we are this close to getting partnered with YouTube. We just applied, so hopefully we're able to get it, but I couldn't have done it without all of you watching the video and enjoying the content. So thank you so much. I appreciate everybody who likes, comments, and all that stuff. And also don't forget to check out the other links. We have a TikTok, we have a Twitch, obviously, where my alter ego Neko is always streaming some good stuff. We've been streaming Zenless Zone Zero, which is fantastic, and we're gonna be streaming Zenless Zone Zero later today, so go there. But yeah, that's gonna be it, y'all. Love y'all to death, and as always, we will catch you all in the next video. Please take care and be safe.